I got to watch Caitlin play in person against Seattle. And one thing I noticed was it'd be really beneficial to her if she had players around her who could create shots for her. Right? She has to create a lot of her own shots, but she's also creating for her teammates. And there are times where if she could just get some open looks off other people's play, it could be really beneficial to her. And that's where Ari McDonald might have some impact. Let's not forget that she probably has arguably the most pressure that any women's basketball player has ever had coming into the WNBA. I mean, sometimes it feels like the weight of the WNBA is on her shoulders. That is both, like I said earlier, a compliment and warranted in a lot of ways, but also maybe a little bit unfair to put so much on her. And then to not play up to her abilities in this early part would be frustrating. The thing is, you watch the games, she's not even really getting that many great looks. Again, some of that is the other team's defense. So credit, she's played 2 of the top defensive teams in the league. But some of that is figuring it out. And it takes time too, right? Like we see it in every sport. A lot of times you have these teams put together and people want to see it click right away. It always takes time.
Sue Bird just revealed on her podcast that she believes this WNBA petty narrative that has been following Caitlin Clark throughout her rookie year actually began with Diana Taurasi. So in case you've been living under a rock, there has been a narrative that has gone on throughout, again, Caitlin Clark's entire rookie year that WNBA veterans are harsher towards Caitlin, foul her more, and have not been able to embrace the kind of attention and notoriety that she has brought with her to the WNBA this season. And Sue Bird actually brought up this narrative on her podcast, A Touch More, with her partner, Megan Rapinoe, and revealed that she felt like the narrative actually started back during the March Madness tournament during an interview with herself and Diana Taurasi. In case you don't remember the interview, Scott Van Pelt asked Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird what the WNBA will have in store for Caitlin when she enters the league. And here's what Diana said. Look, SVP, reality is coming. There are levels to this thing. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come play with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. And so when that narrative was brought up again on this week's podcast, this is what Sue had to say about the conversation. Once Diana's comments went viral, it led to the Twitter trolls and bots taking over. What started there was this narrative of petty, jealous players hating on Caitlin. She continued, that's really what happened. That's where it started, that we must just dislike her, that we look at her side-eye, that we don't want her to come into the WNBA and be successful, so we're petty and we're jealous. While there may be some truth to the narrative that certain players are jealous or petty towards Caitlin, the reality is that no matter what league you're looking into, any sort of professional sports league, they're always going to make the lives of the rookies difficult. And so Caitlin's experience coming into the WNBA has been just like any other rookie's experience in any other league. Players are going to foul more, players are going to talk a lot of trash, and players are also going to make you realize how difficult it is to go from the college game to the professional game. There's also no denying that Caitlin Clark has had an unbelievable rookie year, that she has left her mark on this league, that she will almost certainly go down as one of the greatest players of all time. And I think she herself would say that it's okay for there to be a little bit of struggle, a little bit of strife in the beginning, because that's what all rookies go through.
In a shocking twist that has electrified the basketball world, WNBA legend Sue Bird has stepped into the Caitlin Clark drama, and she's not holding anything back. For weeks, fans have questioned why Team USA left off the most popular player in the league, but now Sue Bird has finally spoken, and her message is devastating. According to insiders, Bird didn't just criticize the decision, she torched it. She reportedly called the move a betrayal of the moment and a betrayal of the future. Bird, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist and one of the most respected figures in global basketball, made it clear that Team USA didn't just snub Caitlin Clark. They ignored what millions of fans already know. Caitlin Clark is the biggest catalyst women's basketball has seen in a generation. Sue Bird allegedly went even further, telling Team USA staff, "You don't bench the player who's growing the sport. You build around her." And that's when the room got quiet. Bird, who understands pressure, expectation, and global competition better than almost anyone alive, warned that leaving Clark off the roster wasn't just a roster choice, it was a historic mistake. She argued that Clark brings something no coach can teach: leadership under fire, fearlessness on the biggest stage, a global fan base ready to follow her anywhere. Bird reportedly pointed out the obvious. If the world is tuning in to watch her, why isn't she on the team? And behind the scenes, her comments have sparked a new wave of tension within Team USA. Some insiders say her words hit harder than expected, because deep down, many believe she's right. But here's the twist. Caitlin Clark never complained, never lashed out, never blamed anyone. She simply said she'd use the snub as motivation. And Sue Bird believes that is exactly why Team USA made a huge mistake. Because a motivated Caitlin Clark is dangerous. A hungry Caitlin Clark is unstoppable. And Sue Bird knows this better than anyone. Her final message shook the entire conversation. If you don't recognize greatness when it's right in front of you, it'll come back to beat you. Team USA may have thought they were making a safe decision, but according to Sue Bird, they just handed Caitlin Clark the fuel she needed to dominate the world. And she's coming.